cheating wife said, "I never actually loved you, not even at the start, at vow renewal. I got revenge." She said it into the microphone, smiling. "I never actually loved you, not even at the start." The guests laughed, thought it was a joke, a cheeky confession, light-hearted, part of the vows. But I knew. Her tone wasn't playful. Her eyes didn't shine with humor. They gleamed with something colder, freedom. The laughter faded around me. She was standing there in her white dress, veil trembling in the evening breeze, sunlight washing over her like she was the only one worth looking at. And maybe she was, until that moment. The world moved in slow motion. Her words echoed, shattered inside me. I felt nothing at first. No anger, no disbelief. Just a strange, hollow silence behind my ribs. She smiled at me, like daring me to react. I didn't. Instead, I took her hand, kissed her knuckles, and whispered, "Then I guess today's the perfect day to start over." The guests clapped, the cameras flashed, the photographer told us to smile. We did. But I knew that was the moment she ended everything. And I knew, even then, that I wouldn't let it go unanswered. It began months earlier, I think, or maybe I noticed too late. The quiet texts she'd hide when I walked in, the sudden glow of her phone screen in the bathroom, the faint scent of someone else's cologne on her scarf, woodsy, foreign, not mine. She had excuses for everything. I was with Mia, just work, you're being paranoid. And maybe I was, until that night at dinner when her phone buzzed and I saw his name flash across the screen before she flipped it over. Eric. She froze when she realized I'd seen it. Too fast, too defensive. I didn't ask who he was, didn't need to. That's when the world went quiet for me, like stepping underwater. Sounds muffled, movements slowed, heart beating somewhere far away. She went on with life, I did too, but I began collecting the small things, patterns, times, names. People reveal everything when they think you've stopped paying attention. I became a ghost in my own house, watching, listening. Her laughter through the phone at midnight, the way she'd lock the screen when I entered the room, the fake tiredness when I suggested a trip together. I mirrored her calm, made her feel safe. I let her believe I was still the same husband who trusted her, the man she could lie to without consequence. But every night when she fell asleep beside me, I'd get up, quietly, open her phone with the print she'd carelessly left registered on mine, and I'd read everything. The messages, the photos, the plans. He called her my secret. She called him the life I should have had. I remember one line in particular. "He's too calm. It's like he already knows." She was right. I ordered a DNA kit a week later, not because I suspected the kids, but because I wanted to see how far her lies went. It took 21 days for the results. 21 days of pretending, smiling, holding her hand through dinners, letting her kiss me goodnight while my stomach turned with every touch. She thought she was playing a game. She didn't know I'd already rewritten the rules. The envelope arrived on a Thursday. I opened it at the kitchen table, morning sunlight spilling across the page. My hands didn't shake, not even when I read the words that confirmed everything. Paternity excluded. It wasn't my son. I sat there for a long time, the paper lying flat before me. I felt no rage, only relief. The truth had weight, but at least it was clean. That night I set the report beside her plate during dinner. She looked at it, frowned. "What's this?" "Read it." Her hands trembled. The blood drained from her face. Silence stretched between us like glass about to crack. She looked up, eyes wide, wet. "I can explain." "I'm sure you can," I said quietly, cutting her off. "But I'm not interested in stories anymore." She reached out, but I pushed the paper toward her instead. Keep it. It's yours. And then I stood, left the house, walked into the night like a man shedding his own skin. I didn't go far, just enough to watch through the window as she broke down, clutching the paper like a confession she'd never meant to make. I didn't confront her again, not directly. Instead, I planned the vow renewal she'd always wanted, her dream moment, the perfect audience, her friends, her parents, her world watching. I smiled as she rehearsed her speech in front of the mirror, practicing her "I've always loved you" lines. But when the microphone passed to her on that stage, something shifted. Maybe guilt, maybe fear, maybe arrogance. But she changed the script. I never actually loved you, not even at the start. Her voice trembled slightly, though she smiled through it. The crowd laughed, oblivious. And I just smiled back, because I had already sent every message, every photo, every DNA report to a private drive linked to the presentation screen behind us. When I raised my glass, the screen flickered. Her laughter froze. Images filled the projection, her messages, her words, her betrayal written in her own digital ink. The crowd fell silent. Her mother gasped, and she just stared at me. I didn't say a word. I just turned, placed the ring on the podium, and walked away. I remember the sound of her heels chasing me down the hall. "Please, wait!" But I didn't. Her voice cracked behind me, fragments of panic cutting through the air. "You can't just walk away like this." I didn't even look back. Because the truth is, I'd already walked away months ago. The moment she lied. The moment she said she never loved me. That was when I left her. Emotionally, mentally, completely. Tonight only made it official. As I stepped outside into the cold air, I felt something strange, a calmness that didn't feel like peace, but control. People say revenge doesn't fix anything. They're wrong. It doesn't fix them, but it frees you. I heard the faint sound of applause behind me, someone trying to break the tension. I didn't stop walking. I just whispered to myself, "Now we're even." And for the first time in years, I felt nothing at all.